Okay, so this is the read for Thursday. Thursday is the day that Pluto moves into Aquarius. So let's talk about that a little bit first. Notes here. And then I will do the read for that day using different cards today for that one. Just feeling more galactic energy with that as we shift through a big new galactic cycle. So, using the portal cards, the Starseed Oracle, and also the Keepers of the Light, just because there's quite a few helpers in there um, of all the different ascended masters and, um, like Ashtar Command and things like that, the Divine Director, those tend to be more galactically connected. So, yeah, Pluto moving into Aquarius. Now, the thing is that it's just doing this uh, tomorrow or Thursday, and then it's only staying there till about, I think it's June, 11 weeks or something. So it is going to retrograde back into Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn in June, and then it'll come back in fully into the new year of 2024. So basically, kind of what it's pointing to is it's going to give us a taste of things and, and seeing what is possible, what this new energy looks like, how we utilize it, what it really means, that kind of thing. So it's good because in a way, it gives, for in my opinion, it's going to give us a little bit of hope that that the new is coming in, that we're not going to be stuck in this old top-down structure Capricorn system where we're being told what to do and and all of those things. And it really starts to bring us together as communities. But it also really, the focus is that it allows us to see that we are divine sovereign beings that are um, extremely powerful in terms of our um, the things we can accomplish and the things we can do, both on a psychically and a spiritual level, um, and just really revealing our gifts to us. So, and that sovereignty piece is really important because it's important that we know the truth of who we really are um, and what we're capable of, and that we start to step up and declare our sovereignty um, and not stay in that low system that we've been in of this, of structure, of rules, um, of control, of being told what to do. Yeah, it again comes around to the F word, freedom. I know that word gets vilified a lot lately, but you can always tell the reason it's getting vilified is because it means something, right? It stands for something. Like they wouldn't be scared of us uh, figuring it out and obtaining our freedom and our sovereignty. Um, that's a lot of the reason why all this stuff has been kicked up in the last 2 to 3 years, right? They don't want us. They don't want us to know how powerful and beautiful and amazing and galactic and energetic and you know they don't want us to know that stuff. So, but unfortunately, it's kind of like trying to stop a train on a track. It's gonna just plow right over you. All right. So the interesting pieces. Um, the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was 1798, in and around there. When you look back in history, kind of all over the world, there was definitely pushes for not power necessarily, but like rising of the people. So interesting there. And the big overall theme is that it's ushering in this change and this transformation that we need to make to take us into this, if you want to call it new earth or this new way of being. Um, this is the start of ushering us into the age of Aquarius, right? So actually in the meditation that's coming up, I I am going to focus a little bit on the song, The Age of Aquarius. So as I'm doing the meditation, you might recognize some of the lyrics or something. So I'm fully fessing up right now that I'm slightly plagiarizing it so I can use it in my meditation. Um, just because there's good points in there about, again, this is a preview of what it can be and what we want to see in the world. So and it gives us hope, and it gives us 11 weeks of continuing to dream, to manifest, and to put a plan together for what we really want this transformation to look like, and you know what we need out of that. Yeah, so Pluto has a lot to do with like um, making the unseen visible. Um, it does have to do with power, empowerment, that kind of things. And then Aquarius is like the visionary, um, the mentor, really into equality and community. And it also governs like, I don't want to say advanced technology, but advanced technology, future technology. So again, that's, part of the thing that we haven't really been tuned into, unfortunately, is that how powerful we are, just even our own human body and mind, and what we can accomplish in the fields of health and wellness. And um, yeah, those they're technologies, and they've sort of been suppressed and kept away from us. And so now we're going to move forward, and start to really figure out how these work and start to utilize them. I mean, because if you really look at it, like the internet, like we just get a taste of it, but I think it could be so much uh, more and better utilized, right? It's not meant for us to, even though it's fun, just watch cat videos, cat and dog videos. Anyway, let's see what the cards are saying, and then we'll get into the meditation. The meditation is specifically written for this exact event of Pluto moving into Aquarius. It's not a very long one. It's just kind of short to, bolster us in our confidence, but also that we know um, what it is, what our job is, like what we're supposed to be doing right now as this moves in. Like, what's our function as a divine, intelligent, um, masterful being, and how we can create and bring forth this transformation in the most benevolent and positive way possible. All right, so for the overall theme for Thursday, I'm using the Sacred Earth cards. Something I didn't realize too is that there's a couple other events that I didn't highlight or feature this week, but Venus is back in its sign of Taurus, and Taurus is an Earth sign, so it's also about bringing love to Earth, much more love, much more divine, feminine energy. So we've got that assisting us as well. There's also something on Wednesday, or was, so it's past, or maybe it's part of Thursday. I think it's called the Grand Cross or something like that. There's lots of rumors that that was possibly the solar event. So this is Thursday now, so if it's already happened, it's already happened. I might do a little addendum to Wednesday if I can find out any more information about it. But so far, I've heard people talking about it, but I can't. When I go to look up information to share with you, I can't find it. Okay, interesting. So we get discernment as the overall card for what Pluto means moving into Aquarius. I think I've been on this discernment kick for a while, right? So discernment, like I said too, is like using our intuition, listening to everything coming in, um, before we speak that out, really taking it in to heart, to gut, to everything, and just and figuring out what is true and is it true for us, right? Um, take those moments. This person is definitely in deep thought and analyzing. So take everything with a grain of salt that we hear, even on Thursday, and really make sure it resonates with you. Don't start subscribing to things that don't feel good in your body, mind, or soul, right? We just don't need those. There's always multiple timelines available, so you're not going to take a wrong path or miss something or anything like that. Like this Pluto new moon, as much as it, or Pluto new moon, oh, that was funny. That's not even possible that I know of. So this, when Pluto moves into Aquarius, as much as it's about that the outside world is going to be doing stuff and going through this process, it's also about us and how we are going to show up, right? So it's interesting because the other key theme is it brings great shifts in the way we think and how we expand. We're expanding our consciousness. So it's not a little event happening. Um, and the reason I'm saying it like this too is like it's a big event happening to ourselves and then also happening in the outside world, right? Um, so we have to really discern what we're going to allow to set us off or not set us off, or what we're going to be like, okay, this is what I believe. I'm going to show you guys the way. I know the way. I figured it out, right? So yeah, it's kind of critical for Thursday and beyond as we start to move into this. Again, to be in the world but not of it, or that kind of thing. Like be informed but don't be inundated by everything going on. Um, because everybody's going through this transformation, including the collective world. So and everybody's got to do it differently. So it's going to be, I'm not going to say it's going to be chaotic, but it's definitely going to, it's going to be a bit much. So do what you need uh, in those days to just really be able to be that person, to be in deep thought, contemplation, um, and then take what resonates and move forward. Whatever doesn't, leave it. If it's meant for you again, it'll come back later in a different lesson or a different manner, but really kind of be introspective right now because it's important. The introspective is super important because it's part of the process of what we want to see moving forward. We need to be really clear on what we want to see moving forward. Um, and taking in all the information that's coming in and the truth and all of that. So we it's not an easy week, but we've just got a lot of work to do. Okay, so I've done 3 of the portal cards for this, what this Aquarian move by Pluto is. It's a third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, and clear seeing. So that's sort of the also thing, like I always say, discernment is happening in 2 places. Before we speak it out, we have to intuit it, make sure it's what, it resonates with us. And this move of so the energy as this shifts in and we transform, um, your discernment skills are going to get much easier because you'll be able to clearly see things for exactly what they are, right? It may not take a lot of that deep contemplation because it would be just like it will instantly resonate and as true. So we also got the Holy Grail, which is inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. This is so important over and over again because, um, again, I think we're always in the outside world, we're always waiting for a savior, a guru, someone to show us the way. And the truth of this entire thing, and any previous ascended master or sage will tell you, it was always when they found home, which was in their own heart and in their connection to the divine. So yeah, it's all about you. And it sounds selfish, but again, we got to be our best selves and then we can like get together and help others. All right. So we also have the stellar gateway activation, infinite potential manifestation vortex. Yeah, so that goes just along with the rest of the cards of like really be cognizant of what we are ingesting and putting out. So if you are standing up and speaking, and standing in your sovereignty, is make sure whatever you're doing is in truth, right? Like pure truth and love, and do it with like the best like intentions possible, right? Okay, the other thing that's popped out with the stellar gateway is angelic frequency. Angels are here, you are safe, potent connection. We've got that a few times before. It's just a reminder that everything is fine. Um, this is a divine moment in time. Everything is happening according to a plan. If it becomes overwhelming, call in the angels, call in the energy of those angels to soothe, comfort, assist, and help, show you the way. Call them right in. Okay. So we're going to do three also from the Starseed Oracle, again, just an overall thing about what this shift is really about. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the first card is Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. That's the big thing, right? This is what we're talking about. This is exactly what we're moving into, right? Is us being able to connect into this divine intelligence and knowing that we can utilize it, access it, it's there for us. It's the thing that it's been kept from us. But like again, I said, as we're moving into this transformation period, the veil is coming off and we're realizing, hey, we are so much more than we have been taught. So, again, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Again, it's almost like the angelic frequency is like, it's all about meditation. Keep going in, keep asking, um, what is my next step? What am I meant to do? What can I do? Like, what are my new abilities? Right? Or you just might wake up one morning and go, you know what? I'm psychic. Or whatever happens. All right. We also got activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. So that's really interesting because I think this is like a literal transformation will be happening on the earth itself. So that a lot of these power centers and ley lines, again, that help guide and connect us and tap us into our abilities by like removing the heavy veil, and density. Once that density starts to lift, that's when we can access those higher abilities, and information. So, um, yeah, it's definitely uh, there is a big shift coming on Thursday that it's going to allow us to really see things, for what they are, but in the best way possible. So, just preparing ourselves that we might also feel like on that day, Earth might feel more like active. There might be actual, earthquakes, those kinds of things. It was interesting. I was doing a massage the other day, and it kept feeling like the ground underneath me was shaking. And then my client asked me why I shook the table. And I'm like, I didn't. Then I was like, well, maybe there was a little earth tremor, but never heard anything. So those sorts of things could be starting to happen to you. Don't freak out. Like just absorb it, take it in, see where it leads you. And then we also got the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. This I'm getting a kind of a dual message. I mean, obviously it's about us and we're going to be tapping into the our true golden self, our inner child, um, all the gifts that we have in terms of what our abilities and things that we can do. Um, Watch the kids that day, the children, they might just fully come online like in an instant and and be like instantly psychic. They're probably more ready to go when they came into this earth than we are. So yeah, so like if you have kids or young kids or within your family circles, don't be surprised if they're like, oh, I just talked to grandma. Well, grandma's been gone for like 10 years. Like, don't be surprised by that. It just may mean this shift in, like, again, like I said, this heavier veil is being pulled off. This density that we've been controlled with and squashed down to, right? That Capricorn rules and structure is starting to like be lifted. So we're going to have a really good indication of like what what it's going to look like. So, and it's kind of nice that we get this like little test period of it. It's like test driving a car, make sure we love it before we buy it. I mean, by the end of the year, we don't have a choice. We're buying it. We're going in. But at least we understand how it works, right? And how to drive it and all of that. So it's nice that we're going to get some sort of like training and baby steps into it. All right, I'm going to draw 3 cards from the Keepers of the Light. Um, this one I'm going to just be asking who's kind of who's with us, who's helping out through this new transformation and shift. All right. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Okay, well, the first one is Melchizedek, which is higher learning, but it's also you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. This is a lot of like, they always say, like, Melchizedek is like, as an ascended master, is, I remember once a channeler that I see at different, or would go to different events of his, and he would say, like, Melchizedek would say of himself that he's older than dirt. So anyway, he's been in and out of the planet in different forms, um, but really into that, the math of the universe and the sacred geometries. So again, higher learning is coming in. So you can also call on Melchizedek too, if it's like to explain why things may not be, or to understand things better. We also got Lord Cthulhu, which is Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. It's an interesting one. And then we also got Ceranos, which is Life Force. Express your driving passions. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Interesting. Yes, I think that's just about the fact that our life force is, we're going to be more in tune to it in the next like coming months. So it's like start to understand how we really work. Like we are meant to be sensual beings. We're not putting sexuality into this. We're just talking about we're sensual beings that we're passionate and we are creative, and all of those things have been, you know, more or less suppressed from us because when you're in those moments of creativity, of passion, of living your like joy filled life, when your life force energy is at its highest, that's when you're most powerful. And that's when you discover a lot of your gifts and things like that. And that's why it's always been suppressed by the powers that were, because, they're easier to control when you have limited belief in yourself, right? So this is a great day of transformation. So however it ends up looking like for you, I hope it goes well. Yeah, just honestly, it's kind of like the read from the moon, is just keep breathing, keep, you know, be in this place of just like, it's almost like taking it all in, processing it, um, transmuting it, transforming it, like whatever works best for you. It is going to be different for all of us, because so I couldn't sit here and possibly tell you what is going to be best or not for you. I'm going to be going through the same process, um, but I'm looking forward to it because of like the aspects of Aquarius I really love, right? That the visionary and manifestation, and but it does have a lot to do with community and coming together. So, which you'll see in the meditation if you're sticking around for that. Anyway, this is the longer read for this week because, it's a pretty pivotal day. So, hope it goes well for all of you. Take care of yourselves. And we will see you for the rest of the week for the different reads. Enjoy the meditation. Beginning as we always do, finding a comfortable position, settling in, closing your eyes, beginning to slow your breath, and then breathing in through the nose and out through your mouth 3 times. Imagine you are standing at the edge of Earth, looking out to the dark void of space. Sit here in this void, enjoy the moments of silence, breathe and rest. Your body now begins to feel light as air, and you are able to float up into the dark of space. As you gently float through the cosmos, feel the peace and tranquility that surround you. Breathe and rest. A small baby blue icy planet comes into our field. We telepathically connect with this planet, which is Pluto. It invites us to land upon the surface so as to connect with us and share lessons of Pluto's upcoming shift into the sign of Aquarius. Breathe and open yourself to receive. Pluto is excited to share the first lesson of this shift is that great transformation is about to occur for the universe and all its inhabitants. This shift will be a time of death, rebirth, and regeneration. The old structures that have weighed us down will be removed, and the lighter energy available to us will reveal our true abilities and gifts, our true nature as a soul, and our true divine purpose in the universe. Breathe and allow this information to integrate within you. Pluto also teaches us that moving into Aquarius will be our opportunity to reclaim our divine sovereignty. It is time to dismantle the control mechanisms that have kept us in low density energy. It allows us once again to envision, manifest, and create a world we want to see. The one we have been dreaming about, a benevolent and harmonious world. A place of understanding and trust, a place of community and working together in peace and harmony. Breathe and begin to envision, begin to believe. Finally, Pluto conveys the most important reminder of this time, that this shift is indeed the true awakening of the collective. It confirms our role as part of this universe, that we are only not connected to the divine, but that we are part of the divine itself. The entire universe has come to witness this moment. It is the mind's true liberation. It allows us all to expand our consciousness and raise the frequency to the level it was always meant to be at. This frequency is love, for love is all there ever was, and from this moment forward, it will always be. Breathe and raise your frequency to love. As you bask in this energy of love, you breathe in and open your eyes to find yourself magically transformed back to earth. Here you discover your first ability. What you envision instantly manifests before you. You are able to see a vision as if it's overlaid on the current earth. It is a vision of a peaceful, prosperous earth with all living in community. No more falsehoods or derisions. A golden living dream of visions and mystic crystal revelations. A new earth, a new you, a new way. Breathe and allow this vision to expand. Take hold and manifest. Continue to work at building this new peaceful, benevolent, loving earth. Breathe and place this dream within your heart, knowing the process of creation has already begun. Continuing now to sit here in this vibe of love and peace and harmony. Breathing softly. Slowly bringing your awareness back into your space of meditation, into your body. And again, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth 3 times. And then when you feel ready and you're back in your body, connected to earth, put a smile upon your face. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.